2008, I am going through some of the great movies for every single year that I have been alive. In the year 2008, I turned 18. That's right, I can go to war, but I could still not buy an alcoholic beverage.
Will's doing it.
And I know this is not every movie that came out in 2008. These are just some of the ones that stand out to me. So please leave them down below, all the ones I might have forgotten. Starting off real strong, in 2008, this was the movie that came out, The Dark Knight. Batman is back, and he's got an insanely amazing villain. We have Heath Ledger's Joker. I remember every single person and their mother talked about this movie. It was everything. And unfortunately, Heath Ledger did pass away not too far after this movie came out. He got the Oscar, which is very sad. He was incredible. Christopher Nolan did an amazing job bringing this to life, and Heath Ledger, it was really his movie. He really brought this chaos and this just like this force to the role that not many people have gotten since, and a lot of people are trying to do something different, but he really did the Joker right. Going over to another superhero movie, we have Iron Man, the first Iron Man, one of the probably the first movies in the MCU. Technically, it was like the other Ed Norton Hulk, but I think this is the real beginning of like what the MCU became. The origin's great. Robert Downey Jr. is pretty much like born to play this role. He kind of now, I see him in interviews in real life. I'm like, he's just being Tony Stark. But I guess it's like where he begins and Robert Downey Jr. kind of begins and ends is kind of all like mushed together now, and he's just the one guy. The suit looks great. Just the all around, just great movie. And obviously we know what happens in the MCU. It all starts here. Next up, we have another found footage kind of monster movie. We have Cloverfield. This is not my favorite movie. It's kind of, you watch it and you're like, I want you to kind of see a little bit of it. You're like, oh, this could have been like a short. It doesn't need to be like a whole like full like hour and a half movie. It's fine. Before you like see the monster and you see like the person kind of running through the city with the camera, sometimes the shake is a bit much, I think, but I kind of know what they're going for. And you see like the giant head of the head of the Statue of Liberty just fly through the street, and it's like, holy shit, this is quite a threat. But then it's kind of like a Godzilla kind of thing. I don't know. My problem with all these big giant monster movies, it's like it's so hard to like show the monster destroying everything, but then also then have smaller human characters that I'm supposed to care about, because like they can get squashed in any second. Like I don't really care about the human characters. Recent movie that was really good is Godzilla -1, that has the Godzilla, but then really still is able to do a very good human story at the same time. I know this is not about Godzilla -1, but this is about Cloverfield, but that's the disconnect sometimes with these kind of movies. But I still think it was of its time. It came out and you were like, whoa, this is new, this is crazy, this is different. Cloverfield monster, rawr. Speaking of another movie that maybe didn't age as well and might be a little to watch nowadays, Tropic Thunder. Very funny. Obviously, Rob Downey Jr. doing straight up blackface in this movie is a little questionable. I think people kind of give it a pass because in the movie, he's an actor that thinks it's totally fine to do this. And like, I'm just playing a character and this is the character. So I think they're calling it out enough that it's not like they know it's offensive. That's kind of the point they're showing, is how offensive it is by him doing this. So, but it's still a very... there's a tightrope there, and I don't know. I remember this movie being, besides that aspect of the movie, being very funny. Ben Stiller's great. Just playing kind of like where it's like, they're actors, but they come in, but then it becomes kind of real, which is cool. And just a very fun movie. Great cast. Some of the hinky parts are a little hinky, but, it is what it is. Next up, we have a very important set of skills. That was terrible. Next movie is Taken. You have Liam Neeson. I remember being very like upset watching this movie when seeing his daughter get taken and all this kind of stuff. It's very like scary. I'm sure I'm not a parent yet, but I'm sure this is something that would be very, very scary for, a parent of a younger teen watching this. You're like, oh my God, don't let your kid go to Europe on their own. Bad things happen. That's what that movie taught me. But Liam Neeson's coming in doing just, I'm a badass guy. Taken was kind of like the model. And there's so many movies now that are like, I'm a parent, but you didn't know I'm actually a badass. Like, they've done that so many times now. But this is like kind of the OG one. Liam Neeson has like that phone call. I have a particular set of skills. Like, I can't do a Liam Neeson, but he has such gravitas giving that you're like so locked in after that. And then he just goes and finds a way to get to the bad guys. Obviously rescue his daughter, which is what we're here for. Great movie. And last on the list, probably one of the top movies of the year, we have Step Brothers. Another Will Ferrell just absolutely killing it. He's playing an immature adult man baby with John C. Reilly as his stepbrother. They both have great chemistry. The lines are hilarious. They're supposed to be like in their 40s and they're acting like they're 12, and it's just so funny and silly, and just the amount of lines you can get from this movie. It's the Catalina wine mixer, the whole singing thing at the end, putting the nuts on the drum set. Like there's so, like I could keep going. It's just such a great movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's so fun. Boats and Hoes. 2008 had some good ones. I showed a little bit of shade to some of these, but it's not my fault. I've grown since 2008. I've grown since I've been 18. If you like this, I have a playlist going of all the years from 1990 all the way up to today. If you could please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I also love Letterboxd, so go follow me on that. I love making these, and I hope you enjoy watching them. What was your favorite movie of 2008? Leave it down below. Have a good one, y'all.